Happy weekend, everyone. Hey, welcome back to Perry's Politics Today. What's up, Sherelle? What's up, Pops?
How you
Hey,
doing?
Well, I'm going to get right into these stories, people. I know people got things to do. It's the weekend. But, people, Elon Musk plans, he's starting to show his hands each and every day. His big plans is to cut Social Security and say how he's cleaning up the waste and all this while he got his greedy hands in the government pockets, people. He's getting billions of dollars of subsidies. And at the same time, he's saying that he got to cut out welfare, but he's receiving U.S. welfare. Let's keep it real. But here's a clip with this guy going off on about how he want to fill his pockets and basically take money from our grandparents that worked hard for their Social Security.
Elon Musk is an immigrant billionaire who gets corporate welfare to the tune of billions of dollars from our government. An immigrant billionaire getting corporate welfare saying, I want to cut your grandma's Social Security. This is insanity. This guy should be fucking deported. Are you kidding me? Come into our country, shake down our government, getting bullshit subsidies that you don't need, so stealing taxpayer money, and then you're going to turn around and say, hey, you know those few programs that help regular people? Get rid of them.
Well, that's the beginning of it. How you guys feel about him, filling his pockets and wanting to empty yours?
go. You go first, Pop. 'Cause this is crazy.
Well, it's a shame, that he would even think like that. You know what I'm saying? What they doing is disregarding the people, period. He ain't thinking about they got to eat, they got children. They just disregarding them like they're not human beings. They don't look at us as people, I don't think.
I mean, every country takes care of their senior citizens, don't they? Except for greedy, money-hungry United States. Cutting Social Security should be illegal. I just cannot believe it. I knew that the Donald Trump administration was going to be bad, but Social Security, that means you have no feeling empathy for anybody but yourself, and you're a damn senior citizen yourself. It gets worse every day because cutting welfare was bad, but at least those people were younger. Senior citizens that can't work and they're already on a limited income.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's Saturday. I ain't got time to be getting in my feelings, but I think it's disgusting.
Look, and I agree with you. The bottom line is this. They'll look at poor people on welfare saying, hey, they just taking handouts. They don't need the welfare. They can work. When you got billions of dollars, the richest man in the world, you don't need any more money. Why are you keep wanting to keep filling your pockets and take from the people who have worked hard for it, who need it? And that's what I'm going to say about that. Go ahead, Pops.
I don't know too many seniors that can survive without it. Do you, Pop?
Well, it's not only seniors, it's the people that, there's not that many jobs. People got to eat, but they depending on the pantries to feed people, but it don't work. It ain't feeding us now. But they thinking you can just go to the pantry and get some food, but it's not enough for you to live off of. So I don't know what they got in plan, but evidently they don't care about the regular people. I mean, that's obvious, that they don't care. Don't care if you eat or don't eat.
I mean, some seniors are alone. Some seniors don't have families. Remember when we worked in the nursing home? Some seniors don't have families. They have to take care of themselves, and you cut their paychecks?
Yep. As if they was receiving too much, whether they got family or not. These Social Security checks can't even pay your rent and food and all that. They act like Social Security can cover everything, and you live in like a house.
Right.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And it's even crazy. They'll let him go on with this plan when Congress is asked, "Do you know how much money Elon Musk gets per day based off his government subsidies. Now they got amnesia. They don't know. And here's the clip.
Do you know how much money a day Mr. Musk will receive from the federal government for his contracts?
No.
The answer is $8 million a day. Just last year, Elon Musk was promised $3 billion from close to 100 contracts with the federal government. Ms. Royal, do you know how much the average person in this country who survives on Social Security, one of our seniors who's worked their entire life, about how much they have to survive on a day?
I do not.
$65 a day. We're not looking into Elon Musk's $8 million a day. This subcommittee, chaired by Marjorie Taylor Greene and the House Republicans, is looking into your grandmother's $65 a day. Let me be clear. I think we would all support taxpayer savings, look into money we might needlessly send to billionaires and big corporations, find taxpayer savings, and send it back to your hardworking family. But instead, what House Republicans and the Trump-Musk administration want to do is they want to look into your kids' lunch money, your kids' teacher's salary, into your grandparents' Social Security. They want to take that money and give it out in billionaire tax cuts, and they are talking about that in committee tomorrow, in budget committee tomorrow. They just released their plan. So let me be clear. When Republicans talk about government efficiency in this Congress, they're not looking into billionaires who don't pay their taxes. They're not looking into billionaires who get rich off of government contracts. They're not looking into Elon Musk firing watchdogs who are supposed to keep him accountable. They're looking at cutting your public schools. They're going straight for your Social Security. They're coming straight for cancer research. They're coming straight for the Department of Education. They're not looking at big tech. They're not looking at big pharma because those people fund their campaigns.
Well, sound off. Pops?
Go ahead, Trina.
It's just the most disgusting thing ever. I mean, cutting welfare and all that's bad too, but this is inhumane. People that can't take care of themselves, and this is why they work their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
They act like this is free money. They invested in their golden years, and now you want to cut that check 20%? It just no.
See, and the people that, like right now they got, if you're a senior, and you by yourself, people can come out, and they help them, twice a week or 3 times a week, keep check on them and stuff. Well, all that is federal funded. So he'll cut all that eventually, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the seniors are going to do if they don't have family and stuff, just awful what they're doing, disregarding people, but because all that's funded by the federal government too, the people that's coming out right now and, come check on you, make sure you got food, check on you, make sure you're in good health.
Like my Aunt Diane that's restricted to a wheelchair. She needs somebody to help her. It's crazy.
They don't care about that.
It's just crazy.
So that don't make sense.
But
crazy. They don't care because they're so messed up in the government, and I'm talking about Democrat and Republican. I don't think the Republicans is no worse than the Democrat. Democrat just as worse, but they just do it in a different way, But the seniors almost on their own right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if your money run out, it's out. You can go to one of them pantries and they might give you food for a couple of days because the pantries even used to give you food for a month. It ain't like that no more.
They don't give you food for the month anymore?
No, it lasts maybe 2-3 days.
My God.
So everything's just getting off, So the seniors that hit the hardest because you can't go out and make an income. You're too old now. You can't go out and get a second job or a third job, So you just sitting there, sitting up for them to take your money, But, any country, any civilized country take care of their old people. I don't care what country it is. If you're civilized, you're going to take care of your senior citizens, They worked all their life and then, then now you can't afford to live.
And they don't care. And like these programs that we had years ago, our government is taking the funding day by day. When Trump took office again, they going to empty the house.
That's right.
They closing down whole agencies. They don't care. They don't care about what you worked hard for, what your grandmother worked hard for. To have a little or something. Like I said earlier, they act like a Social Security check got you living high off the hog. You know what I'm saying? That shit can barely get you by. You're going to need retirement and other things to help you make it. Renee says everything they are doing is in Project 2025. Shaking my head. Exactly. Page by page. That they getting rid of agencies that prevent them from doing these things. Agencies that help out people that's on a budget. And they want to go and hit your Social Security check. That's the damnedest thing. But like Pop said earlier, in a couple of videos before, when we go back and forth, things gonna change because now it don't have no color line when they talk about a Social Security. They hurting the same people who voted for them. Anger setting in, and we said it before. Pop said people will come out in March once they start to feel the hurt. MAGA people are starting to feel the hurt. Here's a clip.
I never thought I'd say it, but I'm regretting my vote for Donald Trump. We were promised things that aren't being delivered.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I used to be a MAGA Republican, and now I've turned blue. And it makes me emotional to know that I ever fucking stood by idly and blind and let that shit happen.
Because I know that I have been a Trump supporter, and I can no longer say that I am MAGA. And
I regret my vote for Trump.
I voted for Trump. I'm done. I don't have any more resilience in me.
Man, I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm no longer rocking with Trump.
In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
so deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. My job has been frozen.
Guys, today's the day. It's a day I'll never forget. It's the day I regret voting for Donald Trump. Getting rid of all these jobs. I just lost my job after 10 years.
I'm seeing a trend of Trump supporters on this app who are coming on here and saying that they regret their vote, that they wish they could take it back. They're seeing all of the damage that's being done. They're seeing this unelected taking a sledgehammer to the foundations of our government and our traditions and our way of life. And the fact that you don't even know which of the two of them I'm referring to means that you know I'm right. And these Trump voters are saying they regret their vote. And they're saying they wish they could take it back. And boy howdy, they're going to go ahead and vote blue in the next election. And let me just go ahead and say to all of those Trump supporters who regret their vote, a heartfelt message from my full chest. Fuck you. Let me say it again so that it's unambiguous and clear. Fuck you.
Wow. I feel it. I think a lot of Americans are feeling it. MAGA supporters. People
See, but But see, Perry, they wasn't acting like that when they thought they was going to just do the minorities. When they thought it was just going to be the Mexicans and the blacks, they said nothing. They sit on the side. Every day, people that we work with every day sit on the sideline, long as they thought it wouldn't affect them. But now that it affect them, now it's all so bad. We've been living under this for years. This ain't, especially black. I can't call for no other race, but I'm a black man, so I have to talk like a black man. We've been living under for years. Jobs with low pay, can't get a job, And now all of a sudden they voted for him, all gun-ho for him. And the other blacks that got money voted for him, all gun-ho. Now they want to cry and complain because it's hitting them. Their attitudes ain't changed. They still just as racist probably as they ever been. But what changed is their pocketbook. Now it hit them. Now it's a big crisis. I don't feel sorry for you because you've been doing black people for years, Mexicanos for years, even though they too dumb to speak, to see that's what happened. They was no better off than we are. You know what I'm saying? But so you live in Mexico, you got a 5 cents an hour. You come to America, they give you 50 cents an hour, and you sold your souls. Now all of a sudden, and they make it so bad, they trying to blame blacks, the Mexicanos, for it. We ain't got nothing to do with that. What happened? No. You just being ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just being ridiculous. But now everybody wants to cry. Oh, it's so bad. We used to live in poor. We've been poor ever since we've been here. You might get some and get out of it. Then they turn to Republican. As soon as they make a little penny, a nickel, Snoop Dogg in there. But you made your money off of rap from black people, then you turn around and turn on us. I ain't shedding one tear for them. I don't think it's right. I don't think what they're doing is right. I don't think they'll get away with it. But I'm not shedding no tears for nobody shed none for us when we was all going through it. I'm still broke right now. Before he cut anything. You can't, we got nothing no way. You worked all your life and they'll give you enough money to live off of. You pay your house bills and you're through because everything's so high. Rent is high. Gas is high. So we've been living like this all the time, So now all of a sudden he do white people and they get, oh my God. Oh, what a bad, ain't nobody give you no tissue to dry your eyes or nothing. Stand up and be truthful and stand up when you need to stand up. Don't wait till it's in a mess. Now you voted for him. Now Snoop Dogg voted for him. Now he hiding. He ain't nowhere to be seen. Anybody, I have no sympathy for them.
I mean, I don't have any sympathy either, especially when what happened his first term, the Muslim ban. Then they called it the travel ban. That was the first thing he did. The way he left the White House, all the lies that he told on during his first presidency. You had a clear example of who you were dealing with. So this is no surprise. Y'all can cry till the cows come home. Nobody feels sorry for you. That's what you voted for. And then I'm insulted that you voted for this man. You voted for racism. You voted for less government. And then when you lose your job, now we're supposed to care. I'm like that other guy. F you.
Right. Yeah. But
F
sure,
you.
You remember how you questioned Pops? He's like, well, I don't think things are going to change. I don't think people are going to stand up. Are you starting to see that even his own people going to be out there marching soon? Because the things are affecting them?
That's all we see now. It's finally starting to affect mega white people. So we're always first, us and the Hispanics. Now they're gonna be marching for days. It's gonna be crazy because now, especially when they're talking about getting rid of Social Security.
Yeah.
People are going to be marching. People are going to be outraged. People are going to be homeless. People are going to be starving, especially if you don't have a family and you're a senior citizen on a fixed income and you can't afford to run your heat during the winter.
He gonna do healthcare next. They're gonna
I
get
can't
healthcare.
think anymore. I can't. What do you
They're
think
gonna
he's
do
going to do
healthcare.
healthcare?
They're gonna do it next, and people ain't gonna be have insurance anymore. You know,
Medicare, Medi-Cal, they're attacking all of it. Like
that's
that's
what
a
I'm saying.
large part of our budget: Social Security, Medicare, and Medi-Cal.
Yeah.
They're attacking all that and act like that you got the best coverage and you making all this money off your Social Security that they can take some back. But it's going to leave a lot of people out here hungry.
It's
'Cause
disgraceful.
now, before they even change anything, say the way it is today, it's not enough for people to survive right now. And they want to go and chop that shit in half. That's the serious part about it. And he said these things, and he's mentioned this thing, Project 2025, throughout his campaign. He was saying, like a lot of these people, he was saying that he want to make the government smaller, that he gonna reform the government and all that stuff. Now that he's taking action, these people didn't think these actions would hurt them. Now, Social Security, you take that away, that's one damn thing. But some people don't qualify for Social Security. The people aren't old enough to get it. The ones he's firing throughout the government. So you got people out here losing jobs daily.
150,000, that's a lot.
Right. And if you was on the cusp and can't make it, they cut out the little social programs. Hell, if you go and try to get food stamps, good luck.
Hey, did you hear about the elderly woman that couldn't afford to eat, so she was eating cat food?
Oh, but that's nothing new. They've been doing that.
Cat food is nothing new.
No, they've been eating cat food for years. Some of them, some of the seniors. I used to work with a lady ate cat food. That's
Why
been
are
years.
they eating cat food?
Because they have no food in the house. You got to eat something.
That's just sad. It's just sad.
But I think all this is starting to come around. Like, we have these conversations at least once a week. But people are starting to take action because they starting to feel the pain.
Yeah.
What Pop said. And I was just hoping the shit ends. Something got to change. I just hope it works. And like, what is it? Target is starting to be affected. Like these boycotts and these things like that do sort of work. You got to hit these people in the pocket. I think Target's starting to pay hurt from it. Is it Walmart, Sherelle? It was a couple.
Starbucks. Yeah. Some of the businesses are starting to feel it. Starbucks, Target. It was a whole list of them, but I can't find the article.
Right. But that's what, look.
Oh, here it is.
Okay,
these are the companies that are being affected by the, should I call it
is it a boycott?
The boycott, that's what it's called. Yeah. It was Starbucks, Dick's Sporting Goods, Contour Brand, Macy's, McDonald's, Nike, Nordstrom's, Shake Shack, Target, Walt Disney, and Williams Soma. And that's just the beginning. I didn't think it would work, the boycott, but it's working.
Yeah.
But that's the tip of the iceberg. It's going to get worse. You'll see. The people not going to sit here and stand for it. When they hit the white people, they messed up. They kept doing us. Nobody said anything. But once the whites go hungry and the educated ones, then they're going to stand up. But where were they when we needed them, or when the Mexican needed them, when the poor people needed them? They wasn't there, but now that's affecting them. Oh, Lord have mercy, So, oh, my God, America going downhill because now you hungry, and you're going to get hungrier. You put him in there now. Let's see what happens. He's going to get worse and worse. This is the tip. This
is off subject really quick, but you said you saw a senior eat cat food.
Yeah.
Please tell me, is it tuna fish? What's in cat food?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's old fish, I guess. I don't know. Doris used to eat it.
Really?
That's what I know, and I wouldn't brought her some food.
I mean, you've always been have a helping heart from that's how you raised me. But this is too many people to help at this point. It's just nothing we can do. Nothing.
Yeah, we can do something.
What should we do? March, protest? We're gonna do that. What else
Well,
can
I'm
we
saying
do?
they're gonna march and protest, and it's gonna get worse and worse, and probably never another president to get in like him. People now see that what one man can do to a country if you let the wrong one in. But we'll get through it like we got through everything else. But what I'm scared of, when they get through it, they're gonna go right back to normal. Everybody for themselves, you know.
I see what you're saying.
You know, everybody for themselves and God for us all. That's the way the attitude be. As long as you eating, you don't care. You know, as soon as it start hitting you, especially the whites, you know, a lot of them act like, oh, I'm not prejudiced. Oh, I'm not that. You've been prejudiced for years. Billy Joe Bob raised you prejudiced, and you're still prejudiced because nobody says nothing when they do the poor people. You know, when they underpay the Mexicano workers, you know, as long as you eat, you all out the restaurants eating and somebody in the hood starving. You know, you didn't care then. Now you care. Now, oh my God, I'm so shocked. They ain't shocked because what he doing, they shocked because he did his own people. That's why they're so shocked. If he did just us and the Mexicans, nobody would be saying that, get them out of here. You know, but now that it's hitting home, you know, now all of a sudden, it's, you know, oh my God, we can't take it, you know, and that's not a racist statement. I got a lot of white friends. I got white neighbors. I got white people. You can't live in this world being racist because I'm not racist. I'm just speaking the truth now, you know, as I see it. You know what I'm saying? Could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Well, Pops, you know, there's nothing wrong with speaking the truth. I think that's what people need to do, because you can't have a dialogue if both parties being fake. So whether you agree or disagree, you get to speak your heart, like you said. Speak what you speak, and we can agree to disagree, and maybe we can learn from each other. But it takes some honesty. It really takes honesty from both sides to have these discussions. But go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh, but then and I say this too, right? So when Pop say that things come to a head, when it start to affect them, they'll start to take action. Because right now, Target and all those stores you mentioned are taking a hit. Elon, the richest man in the world, he's taking a hit, and he's wondering like, hey, well, I don't know, is it because the way I lean far right, or is it my politics? Yeah, you know what it is. It's that and your greed. But people ain't taking it. The people who didn't vote for Trump, and a lot of people that was MAGA proud are out there. They are actually protesting across the country, Tesla shops and like showrooms and stuff. They're doing it. I'm gonna show you a clip in a minute. But he's also taking it real bad because his stocks are falling for Tesla. His car sales is now, it dropped 40 to 50%. And
heard about that.
He was at CPAC and they was interviewing him for something. I should have probably got that clip. He can barely talk. It's hurting him that bad. Now, and he's a greedy guy because he's getting all this money. He shouldn't be hurt that bad, but it's just the greed of it all. He's hurt and couldn't really talk. But here's a clip where people are out there, you know, protesting. MAGA people and people who didn't vote for Trump. Tesla stocks are falling on the share market while people refuse to buy Elon's products anymore. And we have protesters protesting at his showrooms across the USA. Here are a few clips from Fort Lauderdale, San Francisco, New York, Van Nuys, and New York.
You said it was going to happen, Pop. You said it.
They're not going to win, but it's going. A lot of people going to suffer in the meantime. a lot of seniors gonna die from not no food and stuff, because they don't care. So it's just gonna be awful for us that's here, especially if you're a senior because you can't go to work. You can't work nowhere. You're old now. It might, just awful what they're doing. And it's awful for you not to look at people as people. And it's awful for you don't say nothing long as you even got a potato in your pot and you see your neighbor ain't got a potato in his pot and you give him gravy instead of a potato. It's awful. And that's all they do, Now the food stamps ain't out like it used to be. They done cut that out. It's mostly just a pantry.
Yeah.
You go to the pantry, you get about a couple of days of food, and that's it until next month. And the older people can't get to the pantry. Unless you got a kind-hearted neighbor, somebody to take them.
Who pays the money for the pantries?
Come out the taxpayer.
Okay.
People donate,
Right. And that's the thing. If every company is suffering, it's nothing for them to donate.
I mean, I think Elon had all these plans in his head before he even hooked up with Trump. It's just ideas that he had in his head. Now he gets to play them out. But what he never factored in was that his companies would take a hit. He didn't factor that in his equation.
Well, they never factor in the people. That's what's going to save it. It's the people, and they hit the wrong people when they hit the middle class working people. That's the wrong crowd to be hitting. They voted for him, ain't no doubt, but they never dreamt in a million years he would hit them. That's why I don't have too much sympathy. Now they all shocked that he hitting them. As long as he was hitting the blacks and the Mexicano, it was okay. We got too many of them here. They can get a job. They want a job. They just don't want any job. All that kind of stuff. Now when they hit them, oh my God, woo, it's awful. I'm so fed up with them.
Yeah, I'm fed up too. But it seems like the lawsuits seem to be working a little bit.
Well, everything going to work in the end.
Like in the end of 4 years or like next month?
The end of whenever it runs out. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how many people protest and start losing money. If they really quit shopping at their places and they start losing money, you'll see them change real quick.
Yeah.
Let Target start to have no people in there. They'll switch up real quick. Oh, we're giving $100,000 to the black organization, to the Mexicano. Oh, the whole thing will change then, because all they see is money. And Trump is trying to leave office with money, or if he,
For sure.
I think he's broke.
He's broke, for sure. Well, maybe not now. He's been in the whole month. Maybe not now.
He broke. He got big expenses, spent all that legal money. He broke.
Yeah.
By our standards, he wouldn't be, but by his standards, he broke.
Right.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just disgusting. Sorry. Go ahead, Perry.
I was just gonna tell y'all, like,
learn anything.
Go ahead, Pops.
You don't wait till the car get in the. I said you don't wait. What they did was, what people do, they wait till it gets so bad. You don't wait till the car roll in the ditch. You stop it before it get in the ditch. But as long as it affected them, they let it go on and on and on. That's why now oh my God, you put them in there. So what are you hollering about?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to do the minorities. I didn't know he was going to do us.
Right.
He's doing your butt too.
Once it starts, it goes on and on.
And you'll be at the line with me, waiting to get some canned food.
Damn.
Complaining. This happened because y'all let it happen.
Yeah.
You put him in there. You knew where he was for the first time. I see if he never was in there before, but they know how he did the first time. What makes you think he's going to do something the second time?
If anything, he was worse the second time, because the second time he was a convicted felon.
That's a fact.
So there's no hiding it. The second time you knew exactly who Donald Trump was, and he told you exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And they voted for him anyway.
Well, I mean, Trump pretty much stated his case as he went through the campaign. He didn't say much, but the things he did say is he was going to be ruthless as hell and slash all their stuff. But people, just like we saying, people didn't think it would harm them. Now that it's in their pocket, they done went out there, MAGA proud people who no longer proud are out there with everybody who voted against Trump, that they don't hit Elon's showrooms. Now they leaving the showrooms and they go into the town halls.
This is what I want to. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Those people that were crying on the video that you showed us, what do they expect to happen when you come out crying, saying, I got fired, I should have never voted for Trump? Why are they even making this vocally? Why are they not just keeping it?
Because they hurt now.
Yeah, but
they
what
hurt
do they
now.
think is going to happen if you go to the public and cry? What do they think is going to happen?
No, I don't think they're crying for the public. They're crying for themselves. If I know I ain't got a paycheck
what do
coming.
they think is going to happen? What do they think is going to happen when you go publicly and you cry?
But you know what, Sherelle? I think this, because that's a good question. I think when they come out there and doing it because it's just a natural response. When you're pissed off, you can't control it. But then they could be doing it hoping that the person you voted for can hear your voice and go back and undo what he did.
Yeah, that might be right. Yeah. So go ahead, Pierre. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But so, and that's what I think. But they don't roll through Elon's like Tesla showrooms and stuff. MAGA proud people and people who voted against Trump. They out here protesting. Now they taking it to the town halls. And this next clip I'm gonna show you is Rich McCormick, right? The people in there, they're upset. He's arrogant, don't want to really answer the questions. They're upset because they voted for this man. Now they upset because he's wanting to claim himself to be the king. That king word is bothering him, the dictator part of it. But he was pretty much showing you his cards during the election. So now they're in there and saying, when are you talking to Rich McCormick? When you gonna stand up for us? And he give him some sorry ass answer because he's a coward. Like all those Republicans in Congress that's scared to stand up with Trump. But here's this clip, and y'all can stop me anytime.
Clear from all the writings of our founding fathers that our great republic was never meant to be ruled by a dictator nor a king. You can imagine my shock and pure horror when I woke up to find that our president had given himself unprecedented executive powers and then within a few days named himself king to his followers. Yeah. Tyranny.
Do you have a question for the Congress?
I do. Thank you. Tyranny is rising in the White House, and a man has declared himself our king. So I would like to know, rather, the people would like to know what you, congressmen, and your fellow congressmen are going to do to rein in the megalomaniac in the White House.
I'm not going to give you my best foghorn leghorn response, but what I was, you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. When you talk about tyranny, when you talk about presidential power, I remember having the same discussion with Republicans when Biden was elected. The funny thing is, you're sitting here and a lot of you would probably say those January 6s who are yelling just as loud as you. So yelling at me is not going to get any answer.
You are offensive to the people.
Hey, let's get through this conversation.
I've seen Game of Thrones too, thank you. Let's go ahead and move on because... You can go and yell all you want, but I can't understand 10 people, let alone 100 people at once.
They said you're the budget, not the president. And you are doing us a disservice to set that down and not stand up for us and control.
A lot of stuff will be litigated. I don't think it's going to be litigated in court. You don't think I'm going to stand up for you? Stand up. That's all we have. So we're going to have a town hall, and I'm going to come and stand in front of you and take your questions and try to answer them as honestly as I can. Then let's do that, okay? But if you're going to just yell at me, that's not going to be an effective counter. I get it.
If you just go
Did
yell
he
at
say
me,
stop yelling at him?
yeah, if you just gonna keep yelling at me, I'm just gonna run out of here. Coward.
He wasn't even showing any kind of concern, any kind of empathy. He acted like, if you raise your voice one more time, you're out of here. That was his attitude to me. What kind of congressman is that? Was it a congressman or a senator?
Yeah, it's a congressman and the state of Georgia. That's what I should have mentioned.
Wow.
Because I'm gonna mention another one in a few minutes when y'all finish with him.
They've lost control. And like my father said, as these crowds get bigger and bigger, hell, the crowds might run some of them out of office because those people weren't playing with him. They wanted answers, and he could not provide not one answer. He couldn't even lie to them. He was sitting there in shock, scared, talking about, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Because the atmosphere is different at the White House when you're with the rest of your Republicans and y'all all pumping each other up. Then when you get back to the real world, you realize you sound like an idiot. Sorry, go ahead, Pop.
Oh, no, you're right. Anything, Pop?
Sounds like an idiot.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. And I'll just say this too. It's going to be the same thing for these town halls. But what you said is coming true, Daddy. You said this. You said when people have had enough, because at the beginning we felt like it was just us minorities and the white people who thought like us. That was cool. But you said, no, these racist people, these MAGA people, people like that, when they start to affect them, they'll start to show up. They starting to come out against the man they voted for, right? Basically saying, hey, when you gonna stop this man? That's what they want to say, but that's who you voted for. But they holding a congressman saying, hey, you need to do something. That was in Georgia. This is in Wisconsin. Republican Grothman and Fitzgerald. Same situation. The constituent come up and say, when will you stand up and say, no, that is enough? She meaning Elon and Trump. And this in Wisconsin.
When will you stand up to them and say that is enough?
The end result of the fraud and abuse that has been discovered already.
President Trump has issued a lot of executive orders. I think by and large this is moving very quickly compared to other administrations, and I think across the board he's done some very good things. I think he's gotten rid of birthright citizenship.
Illegal as hell.
Did you see all the elders in that room? And he's talking about birthrights.
Birthright citizenship, yeah. Because he thought they'd be still happy about that. They ran on this racist platform, did all this. Now people are angry because Elon Musk went over the board, like Pop said. He ain't just attacking the minorities. The actions they're taking is affecting everybody, even Trump's voters. And now they end up saying this, but he thought he can calm them down. Well, at least we getting rid of the birthright citizenship.
It's so ridiculous.
I mean, it's just exactly. It is really ridiculous. It's just crazy. But
See, people need to realize where he came from. He came from South Africa. If you don't know your history, read up on South Africa, and you'll see where he's going. You know.
I think everybody knows about apartheid and even the inner like civil war they've got going on now, not physical war, but the black people trying to get their land back and stuff like that, and how it's still racist. That's why Donald Trump tried to offer them asylum, the white people in Johannesburg, in South Africa. I think most people know, and it's at a feverish pitch right now in South Africa, but you can't get one white person or Dutch, whatever they are down there, to admit what's really going on there. It's crazy. And it seems like they've been fighting for years just like us. I don't think it's going to get it better in South Africa either.
Well, now, Pops is right, but some people still resist it. MAGA people, not all of them have tossed away their little red caps. Some of them are still going strong. Those was the town halls in the Republican district. Now I'm going to take you to a town hall in a Democratic district where a local MAGA supporter tries to confront Congresswoman Jahana Hayes with nonsensical rhetoric about government spending. And here's a part of this clip.
Make choices. Congresswoman Hayes, what are you going to do to try to reduce the cost of government?
I'm open to, like I said at the very beginning, tightening our belts, seeing where we have waste and fraud, programs that we can streamline, things that we can modernize. People need to understand what that means, though.
Could I also suggest to you that we are here today partly because you didn't make choices in the prior administration where people who didn't go to college were being asked to pay off the loans of those that did go to college. What was your voice?
Everyone.
You talked about Constitution, you talked about illegality and things of that sort. And to my understanding, the forgiveness of student loans was not legal. So were you making choices about that? And again, I'm talking to you as a taxpayer.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm up to here on taxes for the federal government. I'm up to here on the federal government taxes and on the state taxes. And I'm simply asking you as a congressperson, what are you doing to reduce the cost of government? Thank you again.
Like I just said, all of the things, however, I'm just going to inject this, and I know I just said we only have a little bit of time, but I wasn't a homeowner when the federal government failed out the mortgage industry. I didn't own any stocks when the federal government failed out the banking industry. I didn't own a car when the federal government bailed out the auto industry. And the fact that our hard line is a 19-year-old who wants to go to college and turn around poverty in their family and change the trajectory for their children, we have a problem there. The federal government took on the responsibility of managing and overseeing the student loan program to make a profit. That's right. That's what they did. So you had people who, long before Obama, but even if it was, okay, I'll give that to you, even if it was Obama, we have a responsibility. It's a relay. We go from one administration to the other. This idea that, oh, this was Obama's fault, because what was spent in the student loan forgiveness program doesn't even come close to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, where 93% of the benefits went to the top 1% of the population. Doesn't even come close. Doesn't even come close. So yes, I am all for. So no, because it is very interesting that that is always the program that people bring up. When a storm hits and FEMA comes in, American taxpayer dollars are sent to help Americans.
Where were you, Congresswoman Hayes? You said you couldn't get back from Chicago. I looked up Southwest Airlines that day. There were 4 non-stop direct flights from Midway to Bradley.
No, let it finish.
You could not get a flight. You said you could not get a flight. Goodbye.
Sir, if you remember, no, we'll address this. Because if we're having a storm that you're describing, I don't care what the internet says. If you've been at an airport or been on a plane is not flying into a storm. A plane is not flying into a storm. That's just basic.
Come on.
Did he leave?
Yeah. Once he couldn't get through, and he basically tried to, come out there and embarrass her, but he embarrassed himself.
Well, why do they always want to put it on Biden or Obama? Like, Obama has not been president for a long time now.
Right. They're going to always blame it on somebody else. And now the new code for minorities is DEI. They get these terms up, and they always want to go back to this argument. They still don't want to accept that Barack was president, that he was a citizen, right? They don't want to accept he's a black man that actually did a fairly good job. You ain't going to say he did a great job or not. He did way better than Trump. So they always want to go back to that because that's the part that still at the core of their heart that hurt them. That black man did something these people would never be able to do themselves.
But just that answer that he didn't start inflation, it started with Obama, doesn't make any common sense. There was a whole nother president in between. It was Obama, then it was Trump, okay, and then Biden, and then Trump again. That's 3 terms he had to get it right. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it just sounds ridiculous when you blame everything on Joe Biden.
Well, it reflects.
Joe Biden ain't canceling Joe Biden did not mess with Social Security. Joe Biden didn't mess with all of these voucher programs. Joe Biden didn't cut student loans. So they sound stupid and brainwashed, and they just keep repeating the rhetoric that was fed to them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, basically, they just mimicking what's happening in society because just the way they think. They always blame it, the minorities. You see what I'm saying? What did Trump say about the undocumented people? Some of the words we can't say, the R, they're criminals, they're doing all this. They always stereotype minorities just that way. And if it was a problem, it was because of the ninja.
Well, they're going to come up with something else, Perry, because they can't keep blaming getting rid of the DEI programs on Biden, because that didn't happen. They can't keep blaming them cutting Social Security on Biden, because that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
All these programs that they're cutting out, student loans, and when people come to the town hall and they're mad, we need our student loans, and you're going to say, well, Biden cut them out. First of all, that's a bold-faced lie. And 2, you don't say what you're going to do about it.
No.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Pop, so you there?
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Sherelle.
No, I was just saying that they just sound stupid. Their response to everything is Biden, Biden, Biden. Biden didn't put them people down there in Guantanamo Bay, but that's their answer. It's like Republicans are ridiculous. There's not one Republican that will stand up and make any common sense. Not one. And you say, people are different. All Republicans don't think the same. Okay, well then where are the ones that aren't thinking like that?
There you go. Yeah. No, I feel you. But, for people who came in late, I could also show them the Republicans that's pretty much having the change of heart, unless you got something else to say about.
No, go ahead, play it again.
I want to play this clip. These are Republicans who now decide after voting for Trump, when they start losing their jobs, all these executive orders start to affect them. Now they want to come in front of the camera and say something.
I never thought I'd say it, but I'm regretting my vote for Donald Trump. We were promised things that aren't being delivered.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I used to be a MAGA Republican, and now I've turned blue. And it makes me emotional to know that I ever fucking stood by idly and blind and let that shit happen.
Because I know that I have been a Trump supporter, and I can no longer say that I am MAGA. And
I regret my vote for Trump.
I voted for Trump. I'm done. I have don't have any more resilience in me.
Man, I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm no longer rocking with Trump.
In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. My job has been frozen.
Guys, today's the day. It's a day I'll never forget. It's the day I regret voting for Donald Trump. Getting rid of all these jobs. I just lost my job after 10 years.
I'm seeing a trend of Trump supporters on this app who are coming on here and saying that they regret their vote, that they wish they could take it back. They're seeing all of the damage that's being done. They're seeing this unelected taking a sledgehammer to the foundations of our government and our traditions and our way of life. And the fact that you don't even know which of the two of them I'm referring to means that you know I'm right. And these Trump voters are saying they regret their vote. And they're saying they wish they could take it back. And boy howdy, they're going to go ahead and vote blue in the next election. And let me just go ahead and say to all of those Trump supporters who regret their vote, a heartfelt message from my full chest. Fuck you. Let me say it again so that it's unambiguous and clear. Fuck you.
Very well said.
He said it all.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause a lot of people feel that way and can't really have that much sympathy for people. Trump spoke on this through the campaign. He don't give them much. He never really gave them policy, but he gave them the racist ideas and the ruthless shit from Project 2025 that he was going to do. But people thought that only hurt minority. They didn't think it was going to hurt them. They didn't think that when he got rid of jobs, they thought that he was talking about minority jobs. When you closing down an agency, the whole agency, everybody's gone. Now that they're getting affected, when he took the grants back in Alabama for the groceries, remember that person was crying, but you voted for Trump. These are things he said he was going to do.
I hear something.
Yeah, they're acting like that because it's hurting them now.
Right.
You know, it's hurting their race now. But they never cared when it was hurting the black people. You know, that's why they say, well, where's all the black? Well, where were y'all when we was there? Some stood up and we'll stand up before the end here, you know, but right now, you know, let it sink in a little bit. Stand up when you see injustice, stand up. You know, don't sit around and shut up. You know, get up off your butts and stand up when you see injustice if it ain't hurting you. You know, so as long as we just hurt the minorities, they didn't care. You know, now all of a sudden it's a world problem. They're ready to take the H-bomb out and blow up the place, you know, because he won't win in the end. But if you see injustice, stand up, you know, because Donald Trump is not running the world. Is a God, I believe. That's my belief. There's a job and he won't get away with it, you know. You know, might think he is, you know. but he just trying to line his pockets right now and he want to be the king of America. He don't ever want to leave office. We might have to go out there and drag him out because he ain't going to go peacefully. He's not planning on leaving, you know.
I'm with you. And I'll say this too, Sheree. Look, you said something, and you're right. When we say Republicans, a lot of people just take it as we saying all Republicans are racist. We're not. But however,
no,
if you're going to go and vote for a man that does things that hurts another race, if you don't see it that way, say it. Like right now, you got Elon Musk and this Doge people going through this trying to hurt innocent people to clean up the waste. Do you have a problem with it? When are you going to speak up? Do you agree with everything Trump's doing? Do you think that you should go and check everybody Social Security stuff and all this, but you don't check into Elon Musk, who's getting billions of dollars in contracts? Why ain't you coming out saying anything? The Republicans saying anything about that? If you stay quiet, you just as bad as the perpetrator. You need to stand up. So when you get that tag racist because you're a Republican, just because you sort of get fitted in with the group of people you are with, basically. But go ahead, Sherelle.
No, I'm done. I can't. I'm all.
Yeah.
Ain't no more I can say. Every day it gets worse.
Yeah. And Pops, you got something to finish up with? Because I'm about to go grab me something to eat.
Pops? Yeah, you say that every time.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, I don't have to. Everything. Yeah. I will say all I got to say.
Okay. Well, look, I want to say this, everybody. Hey, with this video, I probably should have told you when you first came in. Please give the video a like. It really helps out the channel. And thanks, everybody, for coming and support the channel. It's just a place. We're not experts in that. We just three people on the panel giving our opinions. And we need the group just to, so we'll keep up to date on what's happening in society. Because not everything we say going to be right. Maybe we just guide each other. But I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. Truly appreciate it. And I doubt if I see you tomorrow. But hey, with Trump in office, you never know. So on 3, let's say bye, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
All right. See you later. Next.